Give me 1 second. Hi, King. I hope everybody is well. We're going to get started. What's good, Samilla? I was thinking of you this morning. I just have not had a second to myself. What's good, Project Execute? Yeah. I hope everybody is doing well. Let me put some readers on. Hey, Miss Lotus. What's good, Swanta? Here we go. All right. Baby. I had been telling y'all for a minute, especially those of you that's been at my Patreon, that this 29 degree of Uranus and then going into, Uranus going into Gemini on July 7th, and that this was going to be a weekend of chaos or a week of chaos, and it's already shaping up that way. What's good, that crazy fish Aries, right? It's already shaping up like that. I'm glad you made it live too, right? So, we know that this Uranus transit from Taurus to Gemini is hitting on the 7th. We know that when Uranus leaves and enters a sign, it got a lot of smoke. Okay? And also when it goes into Gemini, it is revolution energy. The big, beautiful bill is on the floor right now. Hakeem Jeffries holding court on behalf of the American people. We had the Diddy trial come to a verdict yesterday. Okay? We have a pending sentence. I don't know when the sentencing is going to be held for that. Does anybody know the date of that? Let me see what else. Alligator Alcatraz. And the strange lining up of this 4th of July and this 29th degree of Taurus. So we're going to be taking a look. I don't know what's going to come out here, but I feel like Spirit told me to make it public. This is normally a private reading that happens every Friday for my Patreon Lovely Soul Circle or higher. And Spirit said no, public. And for the first time ever, Spirit told me I had to put the date in the title. We're going to get our Earth Warriors to get it started. I'm hearing heat wave. I'm talking about a heat wave, right? It's a number one day. Okay. You know what? Project Execute. Can you give her a link? Can you put the link to the Patreon in there, please? What's good, Shaquan? I didn't because I just came running in here. I just came running in here because I've been running since I got up this morning. Okay. And with the Patreon, my love, we have a whole community. It's not just that you get those, like we have our private signal chat. We have like we're family. Okay? We're family. Spirit. Like they will tell you, like I will randomly hit them up and be like, what's going on? Spirit. Can you show me, please? What is it that the collective clan of the wolf heart? I just said we are family. We are the ones you've been waiting for. We are the ones we've been waiting for. Okay, at the bottom of the deck, 27, Pono Pono. Immeasurable power of the heart way. We're about to get into it. We're about to get into it. Okay, Clan of the Wolf Heart number 14. We are the ones we've been waiting for. You belong with the wolf-hearted. This is a soul collective with boundaries beyond bloodlines and geography. It is based on soul connection to love's wisdom and higher truths of the divine. The collective is united through wolf medicine and the heart. These qualities of the divine feminine unify, allowing for a palpable experience of oneness that brings power to our collective wisdom and purpose. And that is so fitting that I was talking about the Patreon family, because we are the lighthouses. And Project Execute is saying, if you are not part of the lovely family, what are you doing with your life? For real, for real. Absolutely. We really stick together. Okay. We deal with nothing but divine truths as the baseline. It's funny that this card actually speaks of that. And we have men in our group. Okay. And this is about reclaiming the feminine energy, but also freeing the masculine energy that has been warped. Okay, my chain is bothering me. Okay, so let's see what the prayer is for this card. My spirit claims divine territory upon the earth. I trust in the supernatural ability of my soul to determine, shift, and enforce the spiritual territory under my rightful guardianship as a way shower and a pathfinder. I accept all divine blessing to fulfill the sole purpose of the wolf way, providing protection, sanctuary for those beings within my care. I seek to explain my capacity to offer with love a willing heart empowered by the wolf way. May we be blessed and guided by spirit to fulfill our destinies and inspire each other as the ways of darkness are overcome by the ways of light. And we call ourselves the lighthouses. That is so ironically perfect. I feel like spirit made me put this out public because it's going to lead to other people finding part of the light grid, which when you become a member, you get to understand that spirit has us spaced out all over the world. Oh, you're a star seed. Okay, wonderful, my love. Yes, you got plenty there. Okay. Pono Pono. $27. I almost read the wrong. Immeasurable power of the heart way. The heart has the power to heal in a way that mind cannot understand. Do not allow your mind to distract or frighten you. You are a beautiful child of the universe, and divine love lives within your heart. A willing heart is all you need to transform any situation that is troubling you. Recognizing this power does not evoke feelings of pressure or anxiety, but of peace and joy. Lightness of heart and relief of mind are here for you now. It's a transmutation, activation, heart space. What's going to happen now? What's good, Maine? What's going to happen now? And I said this to you guys at the beginning of the year, okay? As the lighthouses, we felt a large amount of stress coming into the year. Okay? Now that we're starting to regulate a little, even though shit is still crazy, right? We're getting a handle on the frequency that has been, pouring out now. And make sure, okay, I'm going to need your phone number. So send it to me in a message in the Patreon so I can add you to the private group, because it has something to do with what I was about to say. But the transmutation, we need to send you the master list of all the old readings that are not public so that you can really get caught up. Okay? So that's another reason why I need to get you the master list. Okay? But anyway, as the collective is going to be freaking out, we're going to be anchoring in with heart energy. Okay? We're going to be anchoring in with heart energy. All right? So what was the prayer for that? Did I read that already? As people are being triggered by what is occurring around them, remember that you hold a key. Remember the last, what was it, Sunday or Monday, we were talking about serving at the altar of you. It's calibration. It's stillness. We're always talking about the stillness. Okay? Hold space for the sovereignty of you. Hold space for the divine truth, Spirit is saying, of the connection. You're going to get proof, testimony of the connection that you have established with Spirit as the mayhem ensues. Okay? As the mayhem ensues. We will get you the master list. There's 40, 50 readings over there. Going to have an affirmation for the collective before we begin to look at. Right. And we create our stillness. We create our stillness. Okay. We've learned over here, and you'll see when you watch the videos, there's no bad energy. It's about how you transmute it, how you use it, how you alchemize it. We're master manifestors over here. Okay? So this is about the stillness and how you use this to control the energy around you. You have more power than you recognize. Spirit, can you show me, please? An affirmation for the collective, please. Gave us 2, 3, sorry. Everyone I desire desires me more. This is about the pulling. People have been pulling on our energy. And we felt the need to kind of alchemize for others. And by doing so, it's not that we shouldn't alchemize for others. That is part of the Lighthouse collective. The problem is that recently it's been making us put others before ourselves. And so Spirit is reminding us, you remind me of a love that I once knew. That the contract is with yourself. Okay? There's never been a bad energy. I've been watching for a long time now. Put me onto this beautiful channel. Oh, thank you, my love. I love lovely Taurus energy. Thank you, honey. My life is supposed to go well. So while all hell is breaking loose, Spirit is telling us, reminding us, right? You are in control. You manifest the life you want, even in the chaos. The circles around me empower me, right? So how we use this frequency, how we desire to come into power. Remember that Uranus is changed through chaos. As it goes into Gemini, right? That's like, revolutionary energy. How will you use that revolutionary energy? You can recreate. And I've said this before, and I say this all the time. Look at where it is in your chart versus what Gemini's house rules, right? And that will give you a combination of where it's about to affect you, right? So, okay. We're about to get into it. Spirit, there's lots and lots going on, Spirit. Please show us what we need to know about the big, beautiful bill. Alcatraz. Alligator Alcatraz. Diddy's sentencing. Did they give a date, guys? Did they give a date? And any possible scenarios. Okay, heat wave. I'm also getting something. This feels like a Midwest place. Like a Dakota, Wyoming type feeling. Okay, there feels like some kind of, it could be like a train or it feels transportation related. Feels like it kind of, you know what it's giving me? Remember that when the train blew up in Ohio last year or the year before that, it's giving me that kind of energy, right? So whether it's accidental or not is really not the point. I feel like there's a lot of cleanup that's going to come from that, or there's some kind of like it could cause some problems. Maybe that's like a main route. Like, you know how they have that song like Route 66 or whatever, right? So this could be like problematic in some way. Okay. Also getting, where's the beef? Where's the beef? Where's the beef? Lay off the beef. Something going on there. Something going on there. Okay. Okay. It said there was gentlemen, using that term real loosely right now. Okay. Dousing themselves with baby oil, I guess, in a way to say they were celebrating the outcome. Giving super skeevy, guys. Cut it out. Okay. It's one thing to disagree, another thing to be a skeevy individual. Okay. Don't be skeevy, guys. Spirit, can you show me what is it that the collective needs to know right now? Important messages. Messages for humanity. Messages for those with higher consciousness that are trying to transmute this energy. Please show us what it is that we need to know, the collective. Okay? Yeah, where's the sage, right? Show us, Spirit. The plan, the plan, the plan. Under pressure. Fool at the bottom of the deck. Wheel of Fortune. Reunited, and it feels so good. 4 Wands. Backroom deals. 8 of Swords. And the Ace of Swords. Something, I'm coming out. I want the world to know. Got to let it show. All right, we're about to get started. First card out here is the 9 of Cups coming out slanted. So I heard 2 things when that card came out. First off, I heard outstanding. Girl, you knock me out. Right? Exciting. Make me want to shout. Then I also heard the problem is we don't drink from the skulls of our enemies anymore. Divine Feminine. Giving like Lilith, the archetypes of chaos. Got the 8 of Cups out here. Okay. You could see that as the return or the leaving. I'm kind of getting like, I blew the winds of change and you didn't listen. And now, like I said, I'm getting archetype. Okay. So there's a particular, story in the ATRs about the sweet waters. The sweet waters is the healing, right? And the sweet waters is also like under Oshun, right? We're not necessarily talking about Oshun, but the story has to do with her, right? And basically, because she was not respected, right? She decided to go away and take the sweet waters with her. And there was like recompense because of that, right? And they needed to now beg her to return, right? So we're talking about the frequency of a chaotic divine feminine that feels like Lady Justice. All right. You got the Hangman out here. You got the Page of Cups. You got the Empress. You got the Knight of Wands and the King of Cups. At the bottom of the deck, we got the Fool, with the Wheel of Fortune and the Four of Wands and the Ace of Swords. I should say the Eight of Swords and the Ace of Swords. Okay, so we're about to get right into it. Spirit, can you show me why is this Nine of Cups here? Nine of Cups with the Page of Wands and the Nine of Pentacles. Those who are meant that, like, their purpose was to cause, their wish to cause, okay, harm. And we can see that. You don't need to be like, you're not, you need to be a rocket scientist to figure that out, right? But Page of Wands, it's really a bad idea. Why? Because the people that will be able to withstand this are not who they think it is. And if you can see, this is a woman of color tending a garden. While others will be left out in the cold. This is America. Don't catch me slipping now. Right? That was, what's his name? Childish Gambino? Eight of Cups with the Empress. All right. So this is the energy of like, okay, all right. What she said? Okay, I got you. All right. And I'm coming out when I'm outside. Right? That's that new Cardi B. Let's go wrong for wrong. Let's go lick for lick. Let me see you handle this. Do you harm you do me, baby? We won't speak again. Feel like Cassie's leaving the country or something. Four of Pentacles. With the Ace of Wands. She's concerned because she has a child now. And I feel like she's about to, if has not already been doxxed. Hangman. Hangman with the Six of Wands. We dare you to look at the world from his point of view. That's what the card says. Six of Swords. What's his name? Abrigo Garcia, right? Kilmar, right? Okay. I believe they haven't really freed him, but his story is coming out now, and they've announced that he was tortured. And do you guys remember when we first got the story about him, and then the other Muslim dude that got picked up at like NYU or whatever, allegedly, right? And I had said then, I was like, he's gonna, the other dude's gonna get out first. They're not gonna want this guy to get out. They're gonna because he could reveal what was going on inside the place. This is gonna lead to problems to the leader of that nation, excuse me. Okay, because he's using that place, Setkat, right, to be like he's saying it's against gangs. Allegedly. He's in bed with certain individuals. And you could say, he wears the street pharmacist uniform. I'm from the hood hood. Look at any of his pictures. He wears the street pharmacist uniform. He's in with them. And what he's doing is like caging the competition, basically. Okay? So, and we've been talking in the breaking news how they want to still send him away somewhere else. And they say he's never going to get out. He's never going to get out. He's never going to get out. Right? I feel like I feel like she's being removed or going somewhere of her own volition in the cover of night for fear. I feel like they're trying to make an arrangement to get him somewhere where he can be safe, but obviously they don't want that to happen because they're going to be all kinds of microphones in his face. Allegedly. Y'all need to pay attention to a story. Of individuals being found off the coast. This is why this is so important. And I really need y'all to listen because y'all know that there's a lot that I can't just say. They've been finding individuals off the coast of Spain. Now, are they originating from there? Spirit tells me no. That this is washed up. And that this has something to do with flights. Using cargo planes for the flights. And you can say, if you put your spiritual cap on, that this is an reactivation of the transatlantic situation, and that the mother is receiving new guardians by way of drop off in the middle. Am I making sense, guys? Are we understanding what I'm saying? And there's individuals that are getting their rocks off because they want to, bring back a time. And I will again repeat what this archetype said when I sat down and threw this card. She said, the problem is we don't drink from the skulls of our enemies anymore. And then the next card that she got out here is her walking away like, okay, all right. This what we doing. Remember, what did I say? That the archetype of chaos, or like Lilith, now you use the Lilith tail, what happened, right? They wanted her to submit. She would not submit, right? She left the garden, right? And then the threat was, if you don't return, I will kill your children. Dropping them off, right? Here, there, and everywhere, using them as well, building, First off, gang, the historical relevance of the use of alligators. That shit is embedded in our DNA. They know what the fuck they doing. I said what I said. Page of Cups. They want to instill fear. They want us to feel like we don't have enough. And we won't with the Seven of Pentacles. Okay. And that, yeah, we're more than halfway. Yeah, we've come a long way. Yeah, a lot of us are homeowners, or we've built a little bit of nothing out of nothing, right? A little bit of something out of nothing, right? And they're like, no, we need to extract that, because then we can have, because back to, if they're trying to get rid of individuals, and then certain jobs still need to be done. If you listen, they asked him a particular question while he was touring this new facility. And they asked him, so, we're hearing reports that, farmers need workers, basically. I'm paraphrasing. And how are you going to resolve this? And basically what he said was that he was going to put the farmers in charge of the people under them, because they will be responsible for their people. When was that? Sounds like another program they used to have, right? Where they would bring you over here free of cost, and they would be in charge of you, and they would vote, and you didn't have to worry. Right. You already know. When I heard that shit, I was like, see, we have to be careful, because what they're trying to do is get rid of certain people that were doing that particular type of work on the cheap, because they wanted to send that money home to their family, right? And now they want to get rid of them so they could get the original workforce. Empress. Okay. But, ooh. Oh, that's fucking intense. You have the Empress here with the Death card, the Wheel of Fortune, and the World. She's like, I said what I said. Okay? You can't get around the womb or the original intelligence with AI or I'm gonna put it like this. It's like saying, I'm gonna reveal the face of God, and you don't think, or it's like it's not who you think it is. Look at all these women. Okay, Seven of Swords and the Five of Wands and the Two of Cups. Okay, let me show you. I feel like this is the chaos that is about to ensue, worldwide deception and chaos, right? For the Two of Cups, of divine feminine alignment, not just women, right? Because we have a lot of men that are now, right, being either have woken or are in the stages of that, right? With the Justice card and the Hermit, those people, and the Star. This is going to be like an alignment, a covering, a. Now though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I shall fear no evil. My rod and my staff, they cover me. Believe it or not, there's going to be money to be made. Be very, 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 very cautious about where you spend your money, who you give your money to. Things that heal us, things, you see, look, because there's going to be people, right, who are going to be, Psalms 23, right? So you got the Five of Swords and the Nine of Wands here, right? This is like what's going to be happening in the collective. People are going to be very freaked out. There's going to be conflict. There's going to be manipulation, scammers, da 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 da, right? Then you got the Magician and the Four of Swords. This is us. Alchemizing, healing, Queen of Swords, long vision, stealth, Lady Justice. Right? It's giving leader of the pack, Hierophant and the Fool and the Ten of Pentacles. Okay, and they think that they're doing something, taking back all the power, right? Money, power, respect, right? Four of Pentacles and the Ace of Wands and the Eight of Pentacles, and trying to, make sure that the collective doesn't have anything, and that their passions and fears just make them work, right? With the Knight of Swords, okay, you got the YNs, you got the High Priestesses, the Divine Feminines, right? Who are like really getting fed up. Okay. This is also like a nervous system overload, out of whack, right? Two of Pentacles, we're coming into balance. That's what I was saying in the beginning. Like, we're starting to alchemize and understand that the heart chakra is what's going to change this shit, right? Queen of Wands, right? Everyone I desire desires me more. The activation, the responsible use of this energy. Because remember, we're like a light on your front porch at night, right? If you look, all you see is flies, right? All kinds of bugs, right? Because you draw both the positive and the negative. The stronger you become, right? You have to understand that there's a reflection, an aura, right? And so the wielding of that, the protecting of that, the discernment of that, the Ace of Cups, the using the heart chakra, right? The Knight of Cups, the youth. Outstanding. Girl, you knock me out. Two of Swords. So fourth into the fifth, I feel like there's a situation, could happen overnight, could have something to do with water, could be overseas, could have something to do with the time difference. Okay, also could have something to do with the Schumann resonance. Okay, now there could be some things that happen in the next couple of days that also coincide with the heart resonance or the Schumann resonance, which is the heart resonance of the earth. Because those that have gone before us know that the divine is the earth. She is the Lilith, the Empress, the chaos energy. And there will be many eruptions. These could come in the form of volcanoes, earthquakes, floods, landslides. But there's something that happens in a couple different places by the 7th. There's also an emperor here with the Four of Wands. There's going to be a lot of women coming to power in the next 7 years. Okay, it is, and even if they're not women, there will be like that guy, what's his name, Mandami or whatever, from New York, right? More in touch with their feminine. Okay, Three of Cups, Chariot, the Hanged One. Expect expect this all vibration to really, really anchor in. We're going to start this Uranus in Gemini, but it won't really be anchored in until the North Node moves into Aquarius. I believe that's sometime next summer. And then we'll have Pluto in Aquarius. We'll have the North Node in Aquarius. We'll have Uranus and Gemini. And there'll probably be something of importance, they're saying, with Libra. It may be a particular date, okay? But we're going into the air, the transmutation, the changing, the humanity, the thing, the age of Aquarius, age of Aquarius. So from here to now, and we still got one Uranus retrograde that will start in November and end in April, right? That is like, it's the final countdown, right? And somebody ain't gonna make it, you know, to be in charge, large and in charge. I feel like they, you know, wrap it up, B. That feels like that probably happens, you know, sometime between now and maybe November, but maybe sooner, like, you know, maybe sooner than later. I'm about to clarify the cards that was at the bottom of the deck. I just want to give these a shuffle. Okay. Because then they, you know, that's been the plan, right? Let me see this Knight of Wands, Spirit. What's with that? Page of Wands, and everything that they're doing is a bad idea. Okay, here's Johnny. All right. Page of Wands is always a bad idea. Mischievous, right? Three of Wands, long-range plans. You know, there's one particular gentleman, initials SM. This person has like some kind of, I feel like they have a birthmark under their hair. I feel like it's like right around here. This person is not a good person. Spirit, why is it King of Cups here? This person has been working around the individual that really, you know, the individual operates with hate and takes pleasure in that, but he thinks he's in charge and he's not. And this individual is moving in the back, in the back, in the back, in the back. Back in the back, in the back of that, back in the back, in the back of that, back in the back, in the back of that. Big punch. King of Cups with the Ace of Swords coming out crossed. This person is hiding in plain sight. This person feels like a little person, okay? And what I mean by that is that inside they feel like a little man and they look like it too, right? The Page of Pentacles. And they see this as an opportunity to like punish both the feminine, the black feminine, feminine of color, right? Fertility, because he's definitely not getting nothing. Okay. Six of Pentacles, upending the merchant, wants to be in control, is the emotional tyrant. Okay. Impotency. Okay. Small man. Okay. The Fool. No justice, you know the rest of the phrase. King of Swords in reverse, you know, this individual that thinks that they're large and in charge, they're a King of Swords. When the King of Swords is in reverse, this is an individual with narcissistic tendencies, abuse of power, malignant personality, mommy issues out the ass, and secrets. You know how they said that he had an egregore? Well, look. And yet the heart chakra, the lighthouses, the divine feminine. Many of us cannot sleep at night right now. 8 of Cups. We feel a vacancy of humanity. 8 of Wands, the Divine Mother's been speaking to us of what's coming. 8. Y'all know the Lionsgate rituals coming. Well, excuse me, we're almost a month out. If you want to join that, that's like the big one of the year. We'll talk about that when I get back from my dad's funeral, okay? Wheel of Fortune. There's a change coming. King of Pentacles, the Lovers, and the Death card. 7 of Cups. There's something, okay, also getting that other leader, you know, that likes to be in a particular area and call it his homeland, but yet he's trying to purge the people of that place. Y'all know who I'm talking about? We call him the Iron Fist. I feel like he should be careful too. He should be careful too. Why is the Wheel of Fortune here? You got the 2 of Pentacles, the Fool, the Hierophant, and the 10 of Pentacles. I feel like this 2 is representing 2 years, 2 years. This could mean that we have to make it to the 2-year point. This could mean that, 2 years after a change that we start making changes. They also in that big, beautiful bill, which they're going to pass it, guys. They're going to pass it because allegedly that will be set it off on the left. Yo, set it off on the right. Yo, set it off. So he can duplicate LA on a grander scale. Control, right? For the purposes of their own type ritual. Emancipation Proclamation. On particular dates that have to do with the inception of the experiment. Reunited, and it feels so good. Backroom deals, them thinking they're winning. King of Wands with the 6 of Wands. These are, people that would, they rather take what they want and ask for forgiveness rather than permission type energy, right? They think I'm coming. Right, 8 of Swords, okay? Do you believe in magic, right? This is like people in, across the board the children of the divine, feeling persecuted. Okay, Four of Pentacles, holding back, right? Four of Cups, right? Not wanting this. Ten of Wands, being under burden. Two of Swords, like saying, well, we didn't see this coming, even their own peoples, right? Seven of Wands, we're in it to win it now with the Sun, right? But the Two of Wands, there's something here. She has Oracle energy and an unexpected byproduct. And Pluto. And Uranus and Gemini, the lovers. And financial institutions deciding that they made more money in another way. So I'm not talking about like the Billionaires Club. I'm talking about other individuals. If I rule the world, I heard a number yesterday from Jasmine Crockett. She said there was like 81 or 83 billionaires in this country. So we're going to give the power over to 83 people for over 300 million. And I feel like there's something is changing. Okay. Eight of Swords, Spirit. With the Hangman. And the High Priestess and the Ace of Pentacles. Worship at the altar of you, individual magic. Also something about us harnessing frequency, about, there not being any bad energy, about harnessing that, about knowing how to use that, how to use self-protection, and how this would be the demise of those who were meant to try to harm others will find they've made a noose for themselves. Ace of Swords, Spirit. Let them be cake. Queen of Pentacles with the Two of Cups. Knight of Pentacles. Getting like this is a man's world. This is a man's world, but it won't be nothing. Right? And the long kiss goodnight, or the long walk that the feminines have walked, right? Because no matter what shade you are, the biggest oppression starts there first. A restoration of the divine. The 10th is the Capricorn full moon in Cancer. This is a good opportunity for all to restore, apologize, embrace, love on, cry out, get rid of all of the pain that you may have around, male or female, around feminine energy, both your own, your mother's, your sisters, whatever. It's time to alchemize this. That frequency cannot come with you. It is important. It is imperative that we all have a release. What's he gonna get, Spirit? Lesson he deserves. I feel like the 2 counts are here. I feel like he's reached out to some practitioners. I feel like there's not justice in the situation. Okay, you got the King of Cups. Feel like the judges is kind of like limited as far as everything that he can do. But I feel like they're talking about, that's fucking crazy. So I'm getting that the sentence could be any number, maybe 4 years, but may only serve 14 months with something like a 10-year probation, allegedly. But her recompense will not miss. So behind bars or other, there is an illness that is taking root behind okay, allegedly, I don't know if this is colon or prostate, but it's back there. Because that will never be sanctioned. And long money can't buy the divine. Okay, nightmares of the night, nightmares, they're right. Just a manifestation of reality. No peace for the wicked. Okay, I am gonna leave it there. So this is what's gonna happen. I leave tomorrow for my dad's funeral. His funeral is actually on Sunday. I will be back Monday. Normally we have star seeds on Sunday. We will have star seeds on Monday. Barring anything crazy. Remember, I just finished telling you shit is gonna get a little, crazy this weekend. Okay? Remember that stillness is key and you can control the frequency around you. Thank you. Make sure you send me a message on the Patreon so I can get you set up. Okay? And I will see you guys on Monday. Listen, if I come back wiped, then we'll do Tuesday. But I'm going to try to, because I have a feeling that there's going to be a lot of moving parts and that, you know how spirit be making me get on. Okay, so I love you guys. Please do stay safe. Okay? Please do stay safe. And, let's keep in contact through the signal. And we will be talking. Okay? Love you guys. Talk to you guys soon. Bye.